सुरुवातीला कोण बोलणार? Direct. Very good morning, Dr. Ganga Srinivansan and all delegates who are attending one day national level webinar on shaping the future of pharmacy, new trends and opportunity under the aegis of internal quality assurance cell, that is IQAC. Sir Dr. M.S. Gosavi, College of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, Nasik. This college was established in 2000 by Gokhale Education Society. Gokhale Education Society is having a legacy of 106 years. Was established in 1918 by Principal T.A. Kulkarni at Mumbai. Presently, the society is having 3 zones, Mumbai, Palghar and Nasik, having 140 plus educational institutes, among that pre-primary, primary, secondary schools, junior colleges, senior colleges and professional colleges. And I am very happy to mention here, all our colleges are NAC accredited and re-accredited. The first college was established in 1923 at Nasik, that is HPT RYK Science College, and we are celebrating 100th year of this college. This society is working on a non-political organization, that is established by teacher, run by teachers, and that's why our logo, our aim is always Vidyarthi Devo Bhava, and we are providing quality education at very affordable cost. As I mentioned, we have a professional colleges. Among that, the first professional college, that is the first university program started in India, that is JDC Bitco Management Science College. This was the idea of Sir Dr. M.S. Gosavi sir in 1968. And at that time, many stalwarts of academia and industry have supported that. Among that, Dr. J.R.D. Tata, Shantanu Kirloskar, they were visiting for this college. Then we have an engineering college, which was started in 2009, having a strength of 3,000 students. Then we do have a law college, started in 1968. Then as a health education concern, we have a nursing college, we have a physiotherapy college. Then this pharmacy college. This pharmacy college, after name of our former secretary, Sir Dr. M.S. Gosavi, College of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, was established in 2012. And very short span of 10 or 12 years, the college have achieved many milestones. Among that, we started diploma program in 2017. And the same year, we also increased our intake for B.Pharm from 60 to 100. Then we got accredited by NBA in 2018. And then we started M.Pharm in pharmaceutics. After that, we got permission to start quality assurance in M.Pharm. And also the PhD Research Center recognized by Savitribai Phule Pune University. And happy to share is that our college was permanently recognized permanently affiliated to Savitribai Phule Pune University at the age of 6 years. And after that, in 1923, we got accredited by NAC, which is a 3.22 with A grade. That is the first cycle. We got a A grade. This is all we do because of very strong support by our society. Presently, the society is working under the dynamic leadership of Honorable Dr. Mrs. D.P. Deshpande, Madam, Secretary and Treasurer of Gokhale Education Society, Dr. R.P. Deshpande, President of Gokhale Education Society, Sri P.M. Deshpande, Project Director, and our mentor, Sri Shailejji Gosavi, Establishment Director. All we could do this because of a very strong contribution by students and faculty members. I'm very happy to mention our 7 faculty members have visited 10 different countries to present their research publications and presentation. And not only that, our students have also presented their seminars and conferences at international levels. One of our students, Radhika Ugle, she visited She completed 6-month program through Erasmus program of Savitribai Phule, Pune University. And she was the only student from Pharmacy College of Savitribai Phule, Pune University completed this. And our student participated at different national and international university level programs, at sports event as well as cultural and other activities. Recently, our student participated in a Savitribai Phule, Pune University intra-university program, that is the Jallosh 2024. And our 2 students have got selected at regional level from Nasik division to university level, and many students have achieved prizes through their presentations and different competitive events. And ours was the first college to started this national level or international level online, that is a webinar program. In 2020, all we were suffering from COVID. And at that time, ours was the first pharmacy college, started a one EFDP with the support of Savitribai Phule Pune University. And at that time, 1800 registrations were there, and 19 speakers from different parts of the globe, they contributed in this. And we continued this series from last 3 years. We have been organizing this webinar series. Every month we do organize this national level webinar. And this year, this is the third webinar of this academic year 24-25. The idea is that we'll have one eminent personality from academic and research as well as industry, one from our alumni, that is a past student of this college, and one past student of our faculty. This is a very unique idea we have started. Already we had 2 seminars, and this is the 3rd seminar. And for this, we have Dr. Ganga Srinivansan, Pharmaceutics Department from Swami Vivekananda College of Pharmacy, Chembur, Mumbai. And one of our students, that is the first batch student, Bhagyasri Kulkarni. She is working in Intas Pharmaceutical, Ahmedabad. Like this. And I'm very happy to share with this you here, all delegates and madam. Today we have also Dr. Chirag Desai, Associate Professor from Gujarat. He is also going to talk on pharmaceutical turn problems into opportunity. And madam is going to talk on demystifying pharmacy as a profession in near future. And Ms. Bhagyasri Kulkarni, she is going to talk on navigating the biopharma landscape, introduction to the industry. And I'm very happy to mention here, today we have 1824 registration throughout the India, almost 18 states of India. There are students, delegates from the different parts of these 18 states. Among that, Maharashtra obviously is there, Gujarat, MP, UP, Rajasthan, Bihar, Karnataka, Punjab, Telangana, Odisha, Uttarakhand, Chhattisgarh, Tripura. And not only that, delegates, we do also have delegates from Nepal. And this is the 3rd webinar, and we got a very huge response. That is the highest response for this as compared to previous webinar. And that's why I'm very happy that throughout the India, people are supporting for this activity. And definitely this is motivating us, motivating our faculty and management to organize such kind of webinars. And I'm very sure by this expert talk of these 3 speakers, definitely will give more idea about the pharmacy profession, and that could be helpful for all delegates. And that's why I'm very, very happy. And thank you to all 3 speakers, especially mentioned. We have right now Ganga Srinivasan, madam. Welcome you, madam, for this session. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Morning, one and all. I, Mrs. Rima Kuwar, Assistant Professor, Sir Dr. M.S. Kosavi, College of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, Nasik, feel privileged to welcome you all for the first session of one-day national level webinar on shaping the future of pharmacy, new trends and opportunities. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce our session 1 speaker, Dr. Mrs. Ganga Srinivasan, Professor, Vivekananda Education Society, College of Pharmacy, Mumbai, Maharashtra. Uh, Regarding her education qualification, ma'am has completed B Pharm, M Pharm, and PhD. Ma'am is alumnus of Banaras Hindu University. She has huge work experience. She is currently working as professor in pharmaceutics at VES College of Pharmacy since 2011. She has total 33 years of experience. This work experience includes scientist in production development cell at National Institute of Immunology, New Delhi, as a lecturer at UIPS Punjab University, Chandigarh, as an assistant professor at Bharati Vidyapit, Navi Mumbai, and as a professor at SVKM NMI Mumbai. She has guided 45 M-Pharm students in the subject pharmaceutics and quality assurance and 5 PhD students. She is currently guiding 2 PhD students and 4 M-Pharm students. Regarding her awards and achievement, she is registered pharmacist at Pharmacy Council of India, life member of APTI, IPA, and IPGA. She was a past secretary at Controlled Release Society Indian chapter. She is referee for PhD thesis at JNU Delhi, UIPS Punjab University, ICT Mumbai, Ravi Shankar Shukla University Raipur, uh, and Saurashtra University. She is a scientific advisor under Rule 103 of Patents Rule 2003, Group 1 Chemistry and Allied Sciences with Patent Office Government of India. She has received Research Consultancy Award at SVKM's NMIMS University. Regarding her publications, she has published 39 research publications in national and international journals, 39 presentations at national and international conferences, 3 book chapters, and 1 book. She is a reviewer for multiple journals like Indian Drugs IDMA publication on the Board of Reviewers, Journal of Microencapsulation Francis and Taylor, Current Drug Delivery, Bentham, International Journal of Biological Micromolecules, Elsevier, Journal of Applied Research in Natural Products, Industrial Crops and Products, Elsevier, RSC Advances, Royal Society of Chemistry. Now I request our eminent speaker, Dr. Mrs. Ganga Srinivasan, to kindly deliver her session on topic demystifying. Just a minute. Demystifying pharmacy as a profession in near future. Please, ma'am.
Thank you very much for the kind introduction. And first of all, I heard Dr. Amrutkar, and a tremendous achievement. I want to congratulate college and the team. And as Dr. Amrutkar said, that college is, being developed by teachers, and really amazing. What you all are doing is amazing. I wish to congratulate
Thank you,
you.
madam. Thank you. Thank you.
And before I start my talk, I wish to thank Dr. M.S. Gosavi College of Pharmaceutical Sciences of Education and Research, in particular Dr. Prashant Pingle, Dr. Vijay Lambole, and Dr. Amrutkar for giving me this opportunity to interact with, as Dr. Amrutkar said, that there are so many delegates. So I hope I will, do justice. And I have tried to put up a presentation where, I have visited some consulting firms and taken material from there. And while making the presentation, I was, myself excited. And I felt that, I should have been young. Lot of opportunities are there for this younger generation. And all the students who are attending the seminar, I must tell you that you are in the profession at the right time. Now, coming to my presentation, because the title is Demystifying Pharmacy Profession in the Near Future, in alignment with the theme of the seminar. So that is why I have put a face where I am going to demystify the profession of pharmacy. Now, before going into this, I would just like to share with audience. I think mostly students are there. I just want to share what is the status, what is the growth path of our industry in India and industry globally. So you can see here the Indian pharmaceutical industry, largest provider of generic drugs globally and very affordable generic medications and vaccines. And worldwide, it is ranked third. And the industry is growing at the rate, compound annual growth rate of 9.43, which is very consistent in the past 9 years. And what we are doing are majorly, we are leaders in generic drugs, over-the-counter medications, bulk drugs, vaccines, contract research manufacturing. And there is a speaker, one of your alumnus, who's going to talk on biologicals and biosimilars. And another achievement is Indian pharma industry has the highest number of pharmaceutical manufacturing facilities that comply with the US FDA conditions. And there are 500 API producers that make for around 8% of the worldwide API market. And you can see here, these are the projections up to 2047. That is the 100th year of our Indian independence. So you can see that it will be around 450 billion market by 2047. India is also among the top 12 destinations for biotechnology worldwide and the third destination for biotechnology in Asia Pacific. So very, very impressive figures. And you can see from these bar graph that continuously there is growth in our pharmaceutical industry. Now coming to the global markets. So you can see that the global pharmaceutical manufacturing market size was around 516 billion US dollars in 2022. And again, it is growing at a compound annual growth rate of around 7.63. So our growth rate is not very much different from what the global statistics are saying. And then there are many factors which are having a positive impact. So one of them is implementation of robotic technology and artificial intelligence. So I have put a couple of slides on artificial intelligence in my presentation. And these technologies have improved the efficiency and productivity in the pharmaceutical manufacturing process. So which are the focus areas? So the focus areas are, there are a lot of advancements in the drug manufacturing. And there is another area that is personalized medicines, which have revolutionized the healthcare industry. And, people are thinking about patient-centric models. And then if we are thinking about the molecules, then of course, a lot of focus on small molecules. And then, of course, biologics. So they are increasingly gaining attention with promising efficacy because of the diseases which are there in focus, like autoimmune diseases and cancer. So all these diseases, unfortunately, are on rise. And scientists are constantly working in order to find solutions for treating this. And then, drug development process. So little about this robotic process automation I have put in my slides. So all this, it has increased the manufacturing efficiency and also easier compliance with the regulatory norms, because regulatory becomes very important in our field. So if there are no regulations, then people are not going to get quality medicines. Then, of course, from formulation point of view, oral solid dosage forms dominate the market, and there are a lot of new things happening. So from last 7-8 years, people are talking about 3D printed tablets. And another area, where which has gained considerable popularity is devices where a patient can do self-administration, like pre-filled syringes, where people are looking for high patient comfort. And then there are route of administration. Then the fastest route is again the self-growing demand for novel drug delivery systems, and then the self-administered pre-filled syringes. Then when it comes to therapeutic areas, immunological disease, infectious disease, musculoskeletal conditions, and women's health. So these are, the focus areas. So you can see that whether it is statistics of India or global statistics, our industry is growing leaps and bounds, and everyone has, a bright future. Another thing which I want to share, what I realized in my career, that ours is the only field, when you compare with other fields, we are learning so many things. So we are not only learning about pharmacy, we are also learning about biologicals, biotechnology, drugs. We are learning about cosmetics. We are learning about the regulatory science, a little patent, and we are also learning about nutraceuticals. So, one has a lot of choices when it comes to career. So you can join core pharma. You can also join allied fields like cosmetics or nutraceuticals or any FMCG company. Now let us see what is the vision, professional roles for pharmacy. So we are experts in medicine, and our major focus should be to do things, right things, to ensure the quality and safety for medicinal use. Then second is optimizing the therapeutic outcomes. So prescribing, monitoring, reviewing, adjusting, stopping the medicines. Then governance part. So the regulatory is there. So scientists are, if you see the regulatory spectrum, if you visit the different regulatory websites, you can see evolution. So there are newer guidelines every time. So the main purpose of these guidelines is to ensure high quality medicines, and then supply and use of medicines through robust governance. Then empowering patients to make shared decisions about their medication. Another thing that is very important, which we should do, is improving access to care, achieving equity of access to pharmacy services to each and every person, leading evidence-based practice, so involved in research and strategic leadership to shape service development. So these are, some of the careers which you must be coming across. So roles in pharmacy. So this is what I'm talking is conventional, industry, academia, regulatory, clinical setting, community pharmacy, hospital pharmacy. Now, particularly in, you can say, last 10 years, lot of technological disruptions and so many new things are happening. And even the COVID pandemic, it has taught us so many things. So this webinar also I am able to deliver because these are the things which we learned during COVID that we can connect virtually also. So lot of, pharma is also facing its own disruptions. So for example, new business models such as direct to customer sales and personalized medicine. In our country also, there are so many platforms like Tata 1mg is there, Pharmeasy is there. New product modalities. So new products, for example, cell and gene therapy, lot of focus is here. And an estimated 50% of existing work activities could be automated. So automation is the next big thing. Now, because of all this, the next sentence which I'm going to say, in 10 years, more than 90,000 jobs could disappear. Okay, but don't get disheartened. Because of all these disruptions, this can happen. But if you don't adapt yourself, then the jobs can disappear. But different set of 90,000 to 1,20,000 jobs may be created. This is the very something that is positive, and this I have picked up from the website of McKinsey. And disruptors have already created a skill mismatch in more than 80% of pharma manufacturing companies. So it is high time that we align ourselves and adapt to this technological disruptions, unskill and reskill ourselves to always remain relevant in our industries. Now, what are the technological disruptions we are talking in pharma? So, treatments would no longer be focused on chemical and biological solutions, but focus on digital therapeutics. So already, we all are using cell phones. So digital therapeutics, of course, post-COVID, everybody is, focusing a lot on nutraceuticals to keep good health, implants, long-term therapy, gene editing, programmable bacteria accelerated by clinical research. Then retail pharmacies, lot of work can be done here. They could become consolidated health destinations with product altered by 3D printing. So as in my previous slides, I have been talking of personalized medicines. So 3D printing has a very big role in this. Then kiosk, telehealth, same day delivery by driverless cars. So some of these things are actually happening in the West. Autonomous bots and drones. So in our country, even in very remote areas, even people, particularly ladies, homemakers, they are using drones in villages. So why can't we use the drone technology in retail pharmacies to deliver medicines? Then automation and AI algorithms would enhance pharmacists' responsibility. So all of them, this automation can allow them to become as recognized care providers, because we are the bridge between the doctors and the patients, and ultimately prescribing acute medications and managing chronic disease. This is happening. And then everybody is talking about data science, how we can be disconnected by it. Massive data sets connected by Internet of Things, connected devices, cloud-based algorithms, quantum computing. So where because of all this, can we enable ourselves for real-time diagnosis and insights that are integrated into our daily lives and shared across care providers. Now, these are some of the technological innovations. Smart mirrors, so which are used for breath to detect health variations. And then there are multiple companies which are testing and working on home health care bots that can perform basic services for the patients. And elderly workers in Japan, they are using something that is called exoskeleton. And when I was preparing this talk, I saw one Indian company is also making this exoskeleton. Then smartphones are a game changer. So they are evolving to allow to act as point of care and home health diagnostic tool. For example, conditions such as urinary tract infections or diabetic eye disease. And then this is another thing that is very, very interesting. So labs have produced what is called as an ingestible origami robot, which actually can be swallowed and it can be controlled to patch a wound. If you visit the website of MIT, you will find such interesting things. So sometimes what happens is children they swallow the small batteries. So this origami robot, it can be ingested and it can remove those batteries, and you can see that it can also patch a wound inside your body. Then microbiome is another very hot area, but I don't want to digress from the main theme. So gut microbiome are used to create food as a medicine approach to manage glucose levels and improve the overall health. So coming to the roles of pharmacy, so what I will do is I'm going to touch upon community, our retail pharmacy, and our core patient care, and then I will touch upon robotic automation, and then I will touch upon AI, both in pharmacies and in industry. Now, what are the futuristic trends in community pharmacy? So what can a pharmacist do for you? So what is our role? So these are the things actually our community pharmacists should do. As of now, this is not happening. If we start doing all these things, we are going to become much more relevant than what we are at the present. And this is the future. So interpret drug interactions by seeing the prescription, counsel on prescription, and this is something very important because large population of ours is illiterate and they don't know about medicine or how to take. Then it is important as pharmacists, we must tell the patients or we must counsel upon seeing the prescription. We should be able to answer any question if the patient has. Rather, if the patient is not asking anything, one should tell them about the drug, how it is to be taken, at what frequency it should be taken, and what are the other things, or if the patient is on multiple drug therapy, what are the drugs which the patient should not take. So make the medication information understandable. I mean, if possible, in the local language. They should provide vaccines, and even they should counsel on the over-the-counter drugs. Then manage chronic diseases. So they are a valuable resource between the physician's visit. Now, smoking is again very rampant in many of the countries. So pharmacists are very knowledgeable. They should counsel, they should tell about the use of tobacco and help one to quit. Then stay up to date on what matters to you. So the pharmacist should be, updated on the latest science They should verify, prepare, and check medication. And then the wellness screening, this is happenings in not most of the pharmacies, but if they have a section, pharmacies offering screening for blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes. So this will be very, very helpful to the public. Now this I have taken by the projections by Deloitte, which is again a consulting firm. So what are the opportunities going forward? How the pharmacist can contribute to public and population health abound. So this has been divided into 4 parts: the primary care, digital health, specialty care, and population health analytics. Now there is, health economics is a subject which is slowly, gaining popularity. So how, based on the population health analytics, how you can improve design programs along with NGO and the government to improve the health of the population. Now coming to the primary care, so how pharmacists can supplement or extend primary care services in chronic condition management, prevention and wellness, diagnosing and treating minute acute illness, and supporting mental health and aging in place. So digital health, I will talk about this. And when it comes to specialty care, pharmacists, pharmacotherapy expertise. So going in future, this will be greater in demand, particularly in oncology, cell and gene, and rare diseases. Now coming to the primary care. So it is going forward in future, pharmacists will become the primary care providers, helping people better manage their health conditions, so requiring before they require acute or complex care. So what all are the things which the pharmacist can do in future? So chronic care management, that are medication heavy or involve multiple medication. So for instance, in diabetes, pharmacist-led care management has resulted in lower total costs of care and fewer hospitalizations. Now, even in big hospitals, you will see that particularly when it comes to diabetes, they connect you with one representative from a pharma company who is always there to guide you. And even, in neurological disorders, doctors generally, they connect you with some expert from the industry who will tell you about the side effects of the drug, and who will also guide you which is the best medication which you can take for your problem. Then prevention and wellness. So pharmacists can also play a very big role in community wellness. So they can conduct annual wellness visits and routine health checks to screen and educate patients and help them reduce the risk of developing chronic conditions. So even in colleges, we have a PHO, and many of the colleges, pharmacy colleges, they are doing this. So as pharmacists, we should increase this activity for community wellness. Then minute acute illness. So pharmacists should be able to diagnose and prescribe treatments for flu, bladder infections, rashes, and other uncomplicated illnesses for which diagnosis and treatment are protocol driven, and easy access to care is valuable to the patients. So these are the things which should be done in future. Then again, mental health. Now this has become a very big issue. So in ambulatory clinics, embedding pharmacists can allow psychiatrists to see more patients. And again, even in community settings, pharmacists can perform a range of interventions, from simple activities such as administering depression screening, questionnaire to interpreting pharmacogenomic tests that predict patients' response to medications. As of now, these are the things which are not happening. So if somebody has all these ideas, they can pitch into this area, because these are some future trends. And managing polypharmacy. So many, particularly elderly patients, they are on multiple drugs. So common among mental health patients, minimizing side effects, helping them to stop and start the medicines. Then aging population. So our average age has increased, and you have number of aging populations even in our country. So with aging populations, you have a lot of other problem, particularly conditions like dementia, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's. So there are a lot of age related problems. So what one can do, so one example I have put here is deploying digital tools such as smart medication packaging that passively tracks medication adherence, because all these patients, this is a big problem, the medication adherence. So you can have tools like smart medication packaging, so which can monitor real-time alerts and can expand opportunities for supporting aging population in place. So this is just one example, smart packaging. So you can see here in this packaging, so for different times of the day, all the medicines have been put, and you can also even set an alarm, the AM PM alarm. Then specialty care. So in specialty care, so this is the future in which physician can make a diagnosis and pharmacist takes it from there. So once if the pharmacist knows the patient's diagnosis and other clinical circumstances, the pharmacist recommends optimal therapy and does the monitoring. Then digital health. So medications can come with digital companions as a part of treatment regimen, and this can transform the patient care experience and expand the pharmacist's role. So pharmacist is not only a medication management expert, but also digital health curator and coach. So now this is just something very exciting you will also enjoy. So this is a hypothetical future journey of a patient. So this is Sam's story. So Sam is using a smart toothbrush. Sam enters the bathroom and brushes his teeth with his smart toothbrush, which detects the first signs of a strep throat strain from his mouth bacteria. Now then, you can see here there is a data converter. His smart toothbrush sends a digital bacteria sample off to the lab, which confirms an early strep throat diagnosis within seconds, long before symptoms are shown. Then third is, Sam is notified of the lab results and early diagnosis via his voice-enabled AI avatar. So all of us on our cell phone, we do have this voice-enabled AI avatar, which directs him to the kitchen to retrieve the tea automatically prepared by his smart kettle, and his smart fridge nudges him to eat yogurt with probiotic cultures. Then you have Sam's diagnosis automatically triggers an alert to his local health destination where a treatment plan is developed. The local health destination's avatar connects with Sam to ask if he has any questions or concerns. Now, leveraging his data, the local health destination 3D prints a single pill which is tailored to attack the exact bacterial strain, which can be easily metabolized by Sam's enzymes. So once 3D printed, formulation is ready, a drone flies the pill from the health destination to Sam's home so that he can take his medication before he leaves for work. And in the background, the cost of 3D printed pill is calculated based on Sam's risk profile and is automatically deducted from his financial account. And a few hours later, the avatar follows up to check how he is feeling and access any symptoms. Sam confirms verbally that he is not feeling any strep symptoms, and a smart toothbrush later validates that the strain has been eliminated. Interesting, isn't it? So this right now, it may be something very hypothetical. So we remember, you all remember, early in somewhere in 70s and 80s, we used to watch some sci-fi movies. They have become a reality in the 21st century. So like this will soon be a reality if somebody pitches in all this data science, how you can, use digital media, how you can use the data, how you can use the apps for doing all this. So another disruptive technology, I'll just show you a YouTube video.
Do you know what will happen if you read one book every week? Let me share some.
The role of pharmacy and the pharmacist in the healthcare ecosystem is evolving as disruptive technologies like artificial intelligence and virtual health, as well as environmental, social, and regulatory factors, help reimagine a new integrated future of health built around the consumer and data. From automation to democratization of data, these drivers are accelerating the rate of evolution. So much so that in 20 years, healthcare delivery systems will be dramatically different. But as pharmacy capabilities and clinical breakthroughs advance, how will the role of the pharmacy and the pharmacist evolve within the broader care team? How will technology augment and enhance tasks as this collaboration continues? Regardless of the future path of the pharmacist, pharmacy technology capabilities will evolve in the next 5 years, all for the benefit of the patient. Like Don, who's preparing for his annual physical in the future of health. Before his visit, an AI engine flagged Don as a potential diabetic, so he receives an at-home A1C test kit from his pharmacy. His doctor diagnoses type 2 diabetes. He selects drone delivery for his meds, which are filled and packaged. Don asks his digital care plan avatar some questions about his blood sugar. This triggers an escalation from the AI to a live chat with his pharmacist. Though he's adhering to his care plan, Don's glucose levels are rising. Based on a collaborative practice agreement, the pharmacist increases the dose of medication, and an automatic notification is sent to Don's physician. Thanks to his tech-enabled care team and their data-driven decisions, Don will live a happier, healthier life. No matter where the future of health is headed, you can put plans in motion now that not only embrace technology, but center it on the consumer as new care models continue to evolve with the role of the pharmacist and pharmacy.
Interesting, isn't it? I'll show you one more.
Very recently, This is Maria and her partner, Ruben. Before their day even starts, they are providing a detailed snapshot of their health and wellness to their network. Maria slept great, but Ruben, who has a history of depression and anxiety, tossed and turned all night. Data from his neuroendocrine system shows a spike in cortisol. That may be a sign that he could be headed for a significant depressive episode. So, before he's even awake, his network has placed time in his busy schedule that day to talk with a virtual therapist about ways to reduce his stress. 20 years from now, radically interoperable data and open and secure platforms will allow consumers to own their own journey of health, providing them with a holistic, real-time view of themselves and their environment. A system in which personalized experiences that are highly tailored to one's preferences and needs are the norm, not the exception, and where care and services can be accessed quickly and seamlessly. Consumers are increasingly willing to share their personal data through wearable technology, smart appliances in the home, and even with the home itself. This vast pool of data forms the basis of their personal health profiles, so that changes or deviations can be detected and addressed immediately. This information empowers consumers to take control of their well-being in ways that were impossible in the past, whether it's proactively heading off depressive episodes for Ruben, or getting Maria her time-released antihistamine well ahead of a high pollen day. This data also provides more opportunities than ever to glean novel insights into the health of entire communities and to enable research and scientific breakthroughs at a rate that will only increase exponentially as technology continues to evolve and to integrate into our daily lives. Tailoring care individually based on ever-advancing capabilities to capture, interpret, and act on near-perfect data in real time is a radical change. This change will require a complete rebuild of today's healthcare system and the collaboration of several actors, some old and many new. Those with deep roots in care delivery must ask themselves how they can use data and technology to transform what well-being and care delivery means. Players in the health ecosystem will include non-traditional ones. For example, those focused on the data platforms and tools that enable this new model of health. And regulators, financiers, and intermediaries will all play a new role in this new vision. Disruptive thinking and a commitment to emerging technology are more important than ever before, because the future isn't as far off as it seems. In fact, it's at your very fingertips.
Interesting, isn't it? We all are using cell phones, and many of us are monitoring our health also, particularly heart health. So this I have already spoken, population health analytics. So how one can, take the data and greater involvement in the development beyond pharmacy. So one can, use all this data for broader public health programs, which are also very essential. Now, another one is self-serve pharmacy. So patients, currently you saw that they are ordering drugs, maybe through an app, and they are getting, it is shipped directly to their homes. In India also, which is very common, you have Apollo Pharmacy, PharmEasy, then Tata 1mg. You can upload your prescription if it is a prescription drugs, and they are being directly delivered to their homes. But now there are self-serve pharmacies where, you have a kiosk, more technologically advanced. So this could involve patients being given a prescription by their doctor, often with a QR code, and then taking it to participating self-service pharmacy. And some of these are digitized pharmacy, which will operate via a machine. See, like this. It is just looking like an ATM machine. So you have to enter the data and then you will get your machine. I have, I'll just show you one.
Run Windows, Linux, and more on your Mac with unmatched performance and
You can see the kiosk here. So whatever you want, you can press and you can see the product is coming out. So all this has now become realities, and there are companies which are getting into this self-serving pharmacy. And in the background you can see how these are laid out. This is the machine part. So again, this is the future, and we are not very far off. And these things can be done, in our country, because, our engineers, our technology is, our technologists, they can do, they can find out solutions for all this. Then another area where we can pitch in is we can have consultancies, healthcare consultancies for patient safety. So this can be there, right now in the form of, you have the pharmacovigilance department, but it is restricted to very big hospitals only, and that too, not many hospitals are there. So healthcare consultancy firms can be there. So key steps is, you can see, appropriate prescribing and the risk assessment. The pharmacist can review the medication, dispense the medication, and then communicate, then medication reconciliation and care transition. And some of the best practices for patient engagement is communication with the patient. So this is very, very important, that as a healthcare professionals, we should communicate with the patients, educate the patient about the health condition, involve them in decision making, support for self-management. So provide them with support and resources. And then one should have, all these things should become digital, and there should be patient portals to access all kinds of information. Then community pharmacy. So due to increased use of technology, so one can connect with clients via phone or laptop, and this is being practiced in our country. The digital pharmacies, they are there. So like this, patients will have closer relationship with their pharmacists, and pharmacists being able to consult their patients in the first place. So patients are likely to receive much higher quality care, and their health could potentially be drastically improved. So these are some new things. Some of this you may have heard. So novel roles is telepharmacy services, ambulatory pharmacy services, antibiotic stewardship, patient education. Then, particularly if there is a pandemic, reporting, role in immunization and vaccination. Now coming to the next technology, robotic process automation, or RPA. What is this exactly? So this is a software technology designed to simplify the creation, deployment, and management of software boards that mimic human actions and interactions with digital systems and softwares. Now, how they are helpful in the pharmaceutical sector. So organizations in the pharmaceutical sector, they rely on this robotic process automation, particularly to combat challenges from supply chain bottlenecks. During COVID, what had happened, our supply chain was hit. And after that also, what had happened, there was overproduction of vaccines, which got wasted so much. So These are some of the challenges from supply chain. Then workforce optimization, data interoperability, and maintaining regulatory compliance. What are the top benefits of this robotic process automation? Is the execution time. So automation of repetitive and time consuming tasks such as data entry, this can be automated. There can be error-free data with, which is there to human error. So there's a lot of consistency and error-free data. Then turnaround time. So improve process efficiency. So this is very important from, pharmaceutical production. Improve process efficiency across multiple departments through autonomy with improved agility to maximize return on investment. Precision marketing, render real-time tailored knowledge to customers for improved marketing efforts. Real-time reporting, gain access to complex medical information quickly, easily, and efficiently. Then amplify sales and force operation. So improve sales reps and digital workforce effectiveness by recording sales activity and processes. So even in a hospital setup, big hospitals which have very big pharmacies. So in all these hospitals, if they are using this kind of automation, they are able to store the various medication as well as dispense and distribute them individually to the patients in hospital. So in the hospital setup, this can help pharmacists providing quality service in a very short period of time. And even in most of the big firms, pharmacists are actually physically standing and counting each and every tablet. So instead of that, if you are having something, a system for automation, the pharmacist's time can be utilized for patient consultation or advising the medical staff. And robots help healthcare institution keep a track of which medications are running low. So you need not have a very big inventory and later on throw away the medicine after the expiry date. And this kind of data can be critical to have and share with other institutions as it indicates which medical conditions are increasing. Now, how RPA can be implemented in pharmaceutical companies. So this is just a flow chart. So automatic notification, then this can do schedule entries, data transfer between systems, and nowadays data has become extremely important. And you must have heard about, how data integrity is a very big science in the pharmaceutical industry. From a regulatory perspective, improved reporting, support controlling, and ensure data compliance as per the regulatories. And areas in which data can be gathered, for example, clinical trial management, meeting regulatory requirements. So if you see the regulatory guidances, there is lot of data when a product is registered. Supply chain inventory, as we discussed in the previous slides. Then rebate chargeback processing, drug sales and forecasting. So this forecasting becomes very important. And based on the forecasting, one can do the manufacturing and supplier onboarding. Then if you see the global pharmaceutical, logistics market value, market size, 73.3 billion. And the logistics market is 8.5 compound annual growth rate is there, projections from 2021 to 2028. And the areas that can be benefited from this automation: inventory management, supply and demand planning, invoice management, purchase order management, returns and refunds processing. So all this should be kept in mind when you are planning a future career in the pharmaceutical industry. Then clinical trials, which can be automated, fill out the records and documents, send automatic notification, make a schedule entries, transfer data between systems, create documents, ensure data compliance. Then this is very interesting, everywhere, even if you open the newspaper, all the big tech giants, like whether it is Google or Microsoft or Apple, everybody is entering into AI, and everybody, all the big tech companies, they are also entering into pharma. So from AI's perspective, the pharmaceutical industry is rapidly evolving, and the number of AI applications and integration is increasing day by day, reshaping every facet of pharmaceutical processes, from drug discovery to supply chain management. And it has been projected that it can create between 350 billion to 410 billion in annual value for pharmaceutical companies. Just in coming year, we are hardly 4 months away from 2025. So better gear up and take knowledge on AI. And the pharmaceutical market is projected to grow. My God, if you see the figure, compound annual growth rate of 42.68, approximately equal to 15 billion growth between 2024 to 2029. Now, these are some of the applications of AI. So you can see practically it is touching all parts of the pharmaceutical industry, QA and QC, where you can use it for understanding critical process parameters. It can guide in future production cycles, ensure quality assurance, then clinical trial design, subject enrollment, market prediction, product costing, manufacturing, automated manufacturing, personalized manufacturing, correlating manufacturing errors to the set parameters, product management, product positioning, product costing, product development, aid in deciding suitable excipients, monitoring and modifying development process, ensuring in process specification compliance. And then it has a big role in drug discovery. So a couple of them I will discuss. So 80% of pharmaceutical and life science professionals, they are using AI for drug discovery, because drug discovery is actually a very risky process. If all of you must have if you are in pharmacy curriculum also, we teach that to bring out a new molecule, it takes billions of dollars. So that is why we don't have many innovator companies, and it takes, say, around 12 to 15 years. The process is very long, and you start with, say, 10,000 molecules, and at the end only one may see the light of the day. So it is that risky. So if you can use AI tools and reduce the risk and bring out something to the market in a quicker time, then it is really worth it. So AI technology is helping pharmaceutical companies to shorten the drug discovery process from 5 to 6 years to just 1 year. And in clinical trials, this could lead to cost saving of 70%. Clinical trials, 60% of discovering 60% cost of discovering a drug is going in clinical trials. So if you are able to save 70% per trial and timeline reductions of 80%, brilliant, I would say. So there is a study that is found that AI could reduce the time to develop a drug by 4 years and save around $26 billion. AI technology in cancer diagnosis. So cancer is, cancer is spreading, and there are so many, cancer patients. And if I see now, practically every family is having one cancer patients. And in cancer, diagnosis becomes very important. Earlier, the better. So if there are AI technologies in this area, then AI technology in cancer diagnosis, in which the pharmaceuticals play a major role. So you can see there is a compound annual growth rate of 40% projected. And AI will have the highest impact on manufacturing supply chain in the pharmaceuticals. So in healthcare, you can see it can provide end-to-end clinical solutions in drug discovery, medical condition forecasting, robotic assisted surgery, personalized treatment. So AI learning model tools in the pharmaceutical applications. So these are broadly put under two heads: supervised learning, unsupervised learning. You have something that is called machine learning, deep learning, clustering, and dimensionally reduction. So these are, some of the softwares. For example, SVM, it can predict the model relationship between formulation variables, excipient composition, processing parameters, and the drug release profile. Then you have GAN, generation of optimized drug candidates. And it can even predict adverse event predictions through the chemical libraries which are stored in this software. Then you have NMF, drug discovery and repurposing. So at the time of many drugs, it can also tell you whether it can be repurposed or not. Image analysis, pharmacokinetic modeling. And then you have something called PCA, facilitating formulation optimization, quality control analysis, and process parameter optimization. So what are the benefits in clinical trials? Optimized cohort composition, dropout lower, dropout rates, faster and less expensive trials, maximize chances for successful outcomes. So this is very, very important, because there are many products, they reach up to that stage and they fail in bio. More effective trial planning and faster to launch, improved patient adherence. So in drug discovery, where all it is used, it can be used for target identification, virtual screening of compounds, de novo drug design using chemical libraries, optimization of drug candidates. So AI algorithms can analyze and optimize the drug candidates, including efficacy, safety, and pharmacokinetics. So this is what I was talking: drug repurposing and even toxicity prediction. Then this is generating AI in pharma, the drug molecule generation. So you can see here, de novo design, virtual screening, molecule design. So all this is using AI, toxicity prediction. So everything is happening in, in a software. You are predicting, doing all the predictions by docking on a software. Then ADMET, so this is metabolism, antibody design, drug repurposing, compound library, expansion, protein ligand interaction, automated synthetic planning. All this can be used using the AI. So you can see here how this is. So you are having miniature versions, AI boost development, miniature versions, nano versions. Then selected drug, AI can help into the carrier selection for better prediction of ADME. And then you can reduce animal model testing by using virtual models, and then drug repurposing. Then this is one example. of a conventional tablet analysis by AI screening. So this is, conventional way. If there are cracks on the tablet surface, you can only detect by XRCT. Now, if you are, combining XRCT plus artificial intelligence, then you can, do, or you can study the oral dosage forms better. So factors such as drug release, drug loading, study of tablet geometry, hardness. So everything you can study by using UV spectrophotometry, and all of this combined with AI. So there are lot of data that is generated, and if you are having a defective tablet surface, crack analysis is performed using XRCT in combination with AI, and then you can see here that in this particular, this is just an example which is showing that particle size distribution is causing all this. So these are some of the models which is used in the pharma industry. Generative adversarial networks, then transformer models, Bayesian models. So these are, some of the models. I have not put the names of the companies. Then in supply chain, we have discussed earlier, end-to-end process visibility, spot process inefficiencies can be removed, optimizing pharma inventory management. So inventory management is a very big thing, because all the pharma products have a shelf life. So you cannot just go on producing and keep storing them, because after the shelf life, you have to throw them only. So improve decision making based on warehousing and demand, and optimize for predictive maintenance. So smart automation. So this is another example. So you can see here actionable insights and powerful decision making using AI tools. So everything is connected. So manufacturing facilities, they are connected. The supplies are connected with manufacturing facilities, which are connected with warehouse, and all you are getting real-time data. You are optimizing the inventory levels, which are going to pharmacies, hospitals, and clinics, and then from there to patients. Now, new medical device technology. So one more of the pressing issues is limited access to quality care. So you have augmented reality and virtual reality devices, which offer a solution by bringing healthcare providers to patients regardless of their location. So these devices can be mailed to patients who can use them to show pharmacists. So using all these devices, these are some examples, So the patients can show their wounds, rashes, or sores to the pharmacist, and then the pharmacist can connect them with the doctor, or they can suggest medications for them. So the new, talking a little bit of the devices, as I said, that all the big pharma giants, the big tech giants, like whether it is Google, Apple, Microsoft, all are entering pharma. So what is the impact of 10 medical device trends? So wearables, okay, then medical robots, 3D printing, Internet of Medical Things, medical waste management, immersive technologies. So these are some of the companies. You can see here, cyber security. So there's a lot of cyber threat. So whenever you are talking about data, so pharmaceutical companies are very much wary about their data. So what happens is, they have to safeguard their data. So there also artificial intelligence, there are so many companies which are helping pharma companies in this particular area. Then digital pharmacy. So future of pharmacy through advancements of AI, machine learning, and Internet of Things. So for example, DocStation uses data to power predictive algorithms that identify unknown risk factors for illness from your prescription trends. And Internet of Things introduces digital therapeutics using devices to monitor patient health, such as Reset-O. I'll just show you for opioid use disorder and Sleepio for sleep disorders. I'll just show you. So you can see here, this product has been approved by FDA. So opioid use disorder, if somebody is having. So this is a 12-week therapy. It is nothing but a software application which is to be installed on your phone as an adjunct to outpatient treatment using transmucosal buprenorphine and the contingency management to increase retention of patient with OUD. It is limited to persons with valid prescription from their licensed provider. So target population. So if you want more information, you just log into this website, Peer Therapeutics. So it will tell you about, how this product is used. And this is nothing but a software. So 84-day software application adjunct to the transmucosal drug. And the patient can see, this is compatible with so many web browsers. So you can see here weekly. You can record your recent cravings, triggers, everything. It will record everything. So all these are something new, and we can, students can get into these kind of areas. Now this is very interesting. I was, going through this International Pharmaceutical Federation, FIP, which has listed 100 plus career pathways that a pharmacist can pursue. Because this is one common questions which students keep asking, what should be done after my B Pharm, or what should I do after my M Pharm? So here is, this is given by FIP. I'll just quickly browse through all this. So in pharmacy practice and specialty roles, you can see so many. I'll just read out a couple of them. So you can see in the slide, you have ambulatory care pharmacist, then clinical director, clinical pharmacist, then cosmeceutics pharmacist, emergency care pharmacist, hormone medicine pharmacist, mental health and addictions pharmacist, nutraceutical pharmacist, outpatient pharmacist. Then in the industry, we all know that industry is again production, clinical side is there, regulatory side is there, then marketing side is there. So lot of positions there. Then health information. So we had discussed some things earlier. Health information, automation pharmacist, clinical data analyst, clinical software integration specialist, clinical solutions pharmacist, electronic health record training pharmacist. So these are some, some of them we have not even heard. Then regulatory, in our country it is different. So you have, lot to do in this area. You can become a drug inspector, you can even become a drug controller, you can become a medicine advisor, drug safety data reviewer. Many of the companies, they have this, medical affairs division. You can be a part of it. Then you have something called military pharmacist, nuclear pharmacist, public health service pharmacist. Then non-traditional pharmacy career, you can have, I was just going through the website of NASA. So even, what will happen if, somebody takes a medicine in the space, okay? So right now, every day we are seeing in news, Sunita Williams is stuck up in the space. So, the pharmacokinetics part, that is all being studied. What will happen in the space? Then medical writer, pharmacogenomics specialist, research coordinator, academic roles, you can become a teacher like many of us. It's very gratifying, I must tell you. Thank you for your patient listening. I hope I have given you some food for thought. It was a very broad topic, but I tried to touch a bit of it. And in this process, I'm really telling you, I have also learned a lot. Thank you very much for your patient listening.
Thank you, ma'am. It was very nice session. Anyone having questions, kindly type in chat box. Ma'am, we will wait for questions for some time.
Okay. I hope I have not, exceeded too much of your time.
I think no questions are there. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your guidance on demystifying pharmacy profession in future. Now I kindly request you to accept virtual certificate as a token of appreciation.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank
It
you,
was
ma'am.
a pleasure for me to be a part of this program. Thank you so much.
Second session will start immediately after this session. Thank you, everyone.
So I'm leaving this